Happy Sunday, December 7th, 2025, beautiful spiritual brothers and sisters. This is the glyphosate guy, also author of upcoming New York Times best-selling book about increasing your mind span, titled How to Die of Nothing, as well as America's energy conservation efficiency expert, also known as the quote-unquote general of the U.S. Clean Air Force, and passive and residual income while you sleep as a pro network marketing coach, Danny Tseng, coming to you live from the Northern Hemisphere here on my sixth floor condo with sunrise number 700. Listen up, block out the next 20 minutes so you can actually look forward to Mondays instead of dreading Mondays. Also leave this planet in much better shape than how you found it. Work super duper smart. And should China invade us for a Pearl Harbor redux, by the way, this is National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day for those that were alive back in 1941. Make sure you head on over to, as always, to recondition your thinking about how to earn money by having a mindset shift by watching Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant concept video at least 100 times. I'm going to go fast because I hate holding an electronic device, of course. For those that know me, visit those two links that you see there, okay? One of those two links will take you to that video. You can also, I'll have a link in the description below this video. You can also visit my How to Own Your Life document by visiting that link at the bottom so you can build your own dreams versus somebody else's. Stop trading time for money, have leverage, and have a business that you own instead of it owning you, okay? If that link doesn't work, visit tinyurl.com/more hammock time, okay? And leave me a voicemail should you fill out the Time Freedom Coaching Google form at that landline number that you see there, okay? 786-441-2727, or my cell phone, although I don't really text, or the toll-free number if you're outside the country, 1-800-250-8975. Only contact me if you're highly ethical, extremely self-driven, motivated, ambitious, energetic, intelligent, ideally entrepreneurial, definitely a great attitude, and can easily afford less than $500 US for some startup investment in some amazing part-time home-based big business systems, okay? And keeping in line with the sunlight and solar energy and energy conservation efficiency Sundays, which, by the way, you can get a copy of my 10 Energy Savers e-guide. It'll be somewhere on my onehouseoffthegrid.com website that you see there at the bottom, okay? ONE houseoffthegrid.com. All letters should redirect you to a Linktree site. Before I go on to that, about sunlight, again, one of the best ways to reset your circadian rhythms, have better sleep, and actually reduce your risk of a lot of chronic diseases. Never ever miss seeing the sunrise. Ideally, earthing, have your all four extremities, palms of your feet and hands touching the ground. Make like the Sphinx, okay? And definitely don't look at a blue light emitting screen or electronic screen before seeing the sunrise. Make sure you join my voluntary See the Sunrise Before Your Electronic Screen Club. It's free, just for fun. Go to tinyurl.com/Sunrise Before Screen Club. Okay, I'll have a link in the description below this video. I'm not going to go into sunlight too much. You can see all the other videos. I have a link to some of my resources regarding sunlight. Probably one of the most essential nutrients after, air, oxygen, obviously. So, by the way, of course, let me just ask you, if you were to cover a orange tree with a black tarp, a solid black tarp, would it grow oranges? No, it'd die, right? So just like that orange tree, if we covered ourselves with, something that blocks the sun completely, like sunglasses, hats, clothing, we're not going to live very, very well or long, okay? So keep it simple. I think a third grader can kind of understand that example. So that's for sunlight. I know it's not a deep dive, but we are like solar panels like you see there at the top of my Eaton hand crank emergency radio, okay? Going back to, by the way, that Pearl Harbor, yeah, like if you watch the news, China's Navy has been built up, like they're making like 300 times more naval ships than the US at breakneck speed. Don't take my word for it, fact check that, okay? black swan event. No one could ever possibly think of China invading the mainland USA. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? If your IQ's high enough, you might make that logical conclusion, okay? So you better have the money, resources to move your butt out of the US if you think that's an occurrence, okay? So anyways, you can also visit Joel Skousen's World Affairs Brief to learn more and get in touch with global affairs and global events, okay? So that's just the reality. I do want to show one thing regarding a unique way. By the way, I will just touch on solar energy. Solar thermal, by the way, is approximately 4 times more efficient at converting the sun's energy into useful energy than solar photovoltaics, so those solar panels, the fancy silicone panels that you see, you know. So make sure you visit my 2 partners. Besides visiting my video channel by going to tinyurl.com/1HOG videos, that'll go to my Brighteon channel. You can also visit my youtube.com/&ONE House Off the Grid on YouTube. Go to my 2 partners. They're actually owned by their parent companies out of Hawaii. Been around. It's actually the oldest continuously operated solar company supposedly, and that is their subsidiaries are called both AET Solar, or Advanced Energy Technology. Solar.com is their site out of Green Cove Springs, Florida. I met one of their technical engineers and have spoken with their president, new owner now, Ms. Tara Prieto, many times. I am an official distributor dealer for them for their active solar thermal water heating and pool heating systems for both homes and businesses, even industrial, as well as even for both new construction and retrofits, okay? So while the tax credits are still in effect, 30% federal tax credits, I know it's not sexy, but even if you're located in New Jersey, you can still get a good return on investment because the sun still does shine there. And don't forget, Germany is the leader in solar, and it's about the same latitude as the Garden State of New Jersey. So again, that's A Alpha E Echo T Tango solar.com. Contact me if you would like a quote for your home and or business. I'm prioritizing those that are doing multiple projects, locations, or buildings or units first. So try not to contact me if it's just for one, you know, for your own home. I apologize, but my landline is 786-441-2727 that you see there for preferred pricing, okay? And the other partner, their other subsidiary, is called sunearthinc.com. I was actually a distributor for their Copper Heart passive solar thermal systems. These are for areas that do not ever or generally experience freezing temperatures, you know, so generally like, you know, below the southern half of like, you know, Lake Okeechobee or below Orlando generally for the safe side. And that's again sunearthinc.com. Contact me if you want a quote for any of their various products, okay? Again, 786-441-2727 or my cell phone 305-297-9360. So that's it for the solar part for today. I want to go over to the energy conservation efficiency aspect. This is going to be really, really unique way to save on the heating part of your energy bills if you happen to be in a cold area. This is with the Amethyst Crystal Far Infrared Biomat FDA registered medical device. Instead of, I know you can't see, it's got my towels on there. I do sweating sessions on it, but it's a 1-inch thick pad about the size of a massage table, and it's a bona fide FDA registered and Health Canada medical device. Just look for my flyer here. By the way, this is the my 10 energy saving tips e-guides. It'll also contain my work in progress 88 ways to lower your gas, electric, and water bills e-guide, okay? Just go to that link that you see there, tinyurl.com/10 energy savers. So the biomat basically looks like this. It's got beautiful amethyst crystals in it. Great for pets, especially the mini mat that's actually on top of my biomat, which is a massage table size. Okay, it looks like that. And these are the benefits. Normal heating pad on the left. Foreign, genuine, Richway and Fuji Bio is the name of the company. You can actually view a list of almost 40 health and financial benefits by becoming a Richway and Fuji Bio, Biomat customer and or distributor, my global team. Visit that link there, tinyurl.com/why Richway for your passive income plan while you sleep. Just like Warren Buffett said, most famous successful investor, if you don't figure out a way to make money while you sleep, you will have to work until the day you die, okay? Or visit that link that you see there, tinyurl.com/passive income with Biomat. These are some of the FDA approvals that you see there. And then my distributor site, my main one is the one that you see there, bio-mats.com/Danny, okay? And then you can view some clinical studies at that linktree/biomat site. Just remember to put in a dot or period before the double E. Now, I did a little test here. I've got my Biomat Professional plugged into this energy monitor, okay? It's currently just on negative ion only mode, so no temperature. You see that? So the Biomat Professional is plugged in. This is the temperature and timer control panel. It's actually got Texas Instrument parts for those that remember high school math class. Texas Instruments, a calculator maker. Okay, I've got it covered up with my electrical black tape to not disrupt my melatonin after sunset. And it's got 8 temperature settings, so no temperature. It's using, sometimes it registers about 0.4 watts. And even when I bump it up to the highest temperature setting of 158, which I'm about to do, you'll hear the beep, okay? It goes up to no more than 179 watts, and that's actually what the company advertises. It uses no more than 180 watts, even at the highest temperature setting of 158 Fahrenheit. And I know you're not going to be sleeping on that, so you'll probably be at 95 or 98 are the two lowest temperature settings. Of course, that's Fahrenheit, and obviously that's going to use a lot less than 180 watts, okay? So very, very unique way to save on the heating part of your energy bills, at least while you're lying on it, instead of heating your whole bedroom or your whole entire building, okay? So if you want to learn more, you can contact me, again, 786-441-2727. It's $1,950 for the Biomat Professional. I've got the mini mat on it as well. It's all beat up, so I'm not going to show it. So one really cool way and an unlikely tool, a weapon against the fight, the fight against climate change and sea level rise. Okay. By the way, another way you could really, really uniquely save on your heating part of your energy bills. Now, this is non-electric. This happens to contain NASA-inspired technology. Okay, and I'm actually also they use material from Aspen Aerogels. Okay, Aspen Aerogels makes materials that's nicknamed liquid smoke. Okay, liquid smoke. It has the lowest thermal conductivity of any material on the planet, and I actually have some of this material in a box. I had their distributor in North America ship it to me. And so the company for the clothing is called Oros Apparel. I have a referral link where you can get $50 off your first order, and you can just head on over to tinyurl.com/shop Oros. That's OROS. And their proprietary technology in the Oros Apparel jackets. This, I believe, is the parka. Is called Solar Core that you see there, okay? Now, again, this is a very unique way if you're willing to sleep in it instead of turning on your heater, or if you don't want to get the Biomat. It's less than $500. I think it was under $450. That's full price, I think, something like that. But I think they still have a Black Friday winter special sale that's going to be ending soon. I even have a beanie. I think it's the Nova beanie for my head. Since my head is shaved, that's what it looks like. Okay, again, Oros, go to tinyurl.com/shop Oros. Great if you're a skier, and their slogan is the warmest outerwear in the universe. Okay, and the material, the raw material that's in their Solar Core material, which is actually only about 2 millimeters in thickness versus goose down feathers, which is a lot more. This is the actual. This product was called Space Loft, one of their lines made by Aspen Aerogels, and this is the 5 millimeter and 10 millimeter thicknesses. Okay, Again, this is probably the most expensive insulation you can possibly get for your building, but it's going to insulate like crazy, okay? So that's that for another way to save on your energy bills on this Energy Conservation Efficiency Sunday. Now, another item I want to mention for those that happen to have multiple new construction projects, building units, and that's my partner called AM Conservation, also called AM Conservation Group. They make energy saving and water saving kits for major utility companies all throughout the country. I'm just going to briefly go run through some things like a power switch, you can just plug into and easily flick a switch instead of having to unplug it. Let me show you mine right here. This is actually another brand. I lost my from AM Conservation. Where did it go? So I had it here. Anyways, that's what it looks like more or less, okay? They've also got some, these things have extremely high, super quick paybacks. This is a very simple 10-cent foam or foam sockets or light switch sealer. You open the cover plate, face plate, put this in, just a do-it-yourselfer project, very simple. As long as you got a hand and brain works, you can put this in and plug some leaks. You'll get your money back in less than a month, okay? 10 cents, that's it. It's very, very simple. I don't have any more of the for the outlets, but I'll just have a line in there, okay? They make, AC filter whistles. It'll make a sound and when you need to replace your, AC filter, okay? Very, very important. You got a hot water temperature gauge here. You can measure your water. You don't want it too hot or too cold, so you can change your water heater's temperature setting. And they have literally hundreds, if not thousands of products, basic weatherization. Unfortunately, they don't sell these beeswax candles that you see here. I'm almost out. But I'll have a link in the description below the video for my partner for beeswax candles, or you can just visit tinyurl.com/best beeswax candles, okay? This is actually a unique way to stop air drafts that's coming through your electrical outlets, believe it or not, and it'll protect from, your babies sticking their fingers or tongue in the outlet, get electrocuted. I mean, these things are so cheap. Again, every little bit helps. I've already covered every outlet that's not being used with these little simple safety caps, okay? Again, ladies and gentlemen, these are things that the quote-unquote solar energy consultants, experts don't want you to know about. You're going to need like half the number of solar panels, and this again is coming to you from the America's Energy Conservation and Efficiency Expert. I'm looking for my power switch. I just forgot where I left it. Okay, so another thing they have is water conservation items. Again, only contact them if you can place full case orders, okay? They're not going to do individual items. Again, full case quantities. Like I said, they also have water conservation kits. You can get your new toilet, flapper, okay? Should that break, they've got, LEDs. I do want to mention actually, I have it inside my hallway, actually. It's an emergency power outage LED light bulb that has a built-in lithium-ion rechargeable battery. I know you can't see it. Let's see here. Let me be quiet. My neighbors might still be sleeping. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is a emergency power outage LED, and AM Conservation Group offers this. This happens to be a slightly different one that has a patented air gap to keep the battery cooler, so it's the longest lasting emergency power outage light emitting diode, okay? This is made by Safe Lumen. It's really, really important. It's junk light. The quality is not good for those that know me about in terms of biohacking for your health, but it'll turn on, last for at least 3 hours when it's fully charged, even when the grid power goes out, okay? So very, very cool. But AM Conservation sells a cheaper version, does not have that patented air gap. You can watch a video, I think, by going to tinyurl.com/best emergency LED, I believe. If that doesn't work, I'll put another link down there in the description below this video, okay? So that's it for AM Conservation. The other partner I want to mention on this Energy Conservation Efficiency Sunday is, let's see here, By the way, at the end, I'm going to mention some local incentives, so you can skip the ending part if you happen not to be in South Florida area or don't know anybody who is. Let me see here. Due to my being chronically sleep deprived, I want to make sure I've got all the topics covered. So I got the Oros. If you happen to place an order and get that $50 off with my shop, tinyurl.com/shop Oros referral link, make sure you forward me a copy of your order confirmation email and send that on over to dct3@cornell.edu. Okay, again, that's D Delta C Charlie T Tango the number 3@cornell.edu. Now, I know you guys, a lot of you guys are hurting with finances. You know, things are going up in inflation, prices, and then your income's not keeping up with inflation. So you better take advantage of one of those big part-time home-based business opportunities that are located on this document there that you see at the bottom, okay? Of which the Richway and Fuji Bio Biomat is one of them. I'll go over at least one or two more so you can actually look forward to Mondays instead of dreading them. The other item, this is for, you know what? I just remembered. I don't have a sample of it, but this is really, really, really low-hanging fruit. Even cheaper than spray foam or loose blown-in fiberglass installation. And that is these covers made by cancoverit.com out of California. These are to block all the thermal and air leakages coming from your ceiling fans, the ICAN lights in your ceiling, electrical junction boxes, exhaust fans maybe in your bathroom and other things like that. Let me see if I can get you guys a picture of it. But learn more. I can get you a discount if you place a certain dollar amount. They have different price point breaks, okay? But it's cancoverit.com. And let me see if I can get you some pictures, since picture speaks 1,000 words, obviously. But it's cancoverit.com. Should you reach out to David or John Hanasek, which is David's son, just tell them that Danny Tseng of onehouseoffthegrid.com referred you, okay? You can also leave me a voicemail with which model you want. They also, in addition to their universal one, they've got one that is a higher model and then a low profile one as well, okay? So let me just show you. By the way, you can view some other world-class high ROI, return on investment, and super quick payback on my one-page list of what I offer, and that is tinyurl.com/1 HOG items, okay, that you see there, or on the other links as well, in case I decide to ban Google that owns Google, Gmail Drive. Again, tinyurl.com/1 HOG items, or tinyurl.com/1 hog menu, or tinyurl.com/1 HOG offerings should work as well. And it's just got my whole entire list and organized by different categories, okay, like natural daylighting, even has the beeswax candles, so you don't have to use any electricity to see in the dark after sunset, okay, or anytime it's dark. And then you got some HVAC alternatives. Okay, so that's that. Let me show you the Can Cover It pictures on my energy priority pyramid document. Okay, by the way, this is what I teach my approximately 100 solar and battery consultants that I have recruited on a couple solar multi-level network marketing companies, and soon my current and future, what I call utility bill freedom consultants on my nationwide deep energy retrofit platform. Okay, so have no thermal transfer air leakages caused by ceiling to attic metal protrusions, as I mentioned, those light fixtures, even in ceiling audio speakers. Okay, and these are extremely simple and affordable, but highly effective, cost effective, flexible covers. You should get your money back probably well under a year, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, these things are like less than $40, okay? You can view technical specifications. Sorry for the glare on my computer monitor. Let me put it on full screen here. So that's what they look like, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very simple, okay? Let me get it a little closer. And again, just make sure to tell them there in California, David and John Hanasek, that Danny Tseng referred you, okay? These are going to get your money back real fast. The average home has at least, supposedly, I believe from their website, anywhere from 12 to 16 of these ceiling to attic protrusions, okay? This is a huge low-hanging opportunity in North America. I believe he told me that the market potential was something like, I think he said 2 billion units. So 2 billion can cover it is the total adjustable opportunity to sell. And no one's stopping on this opportunity. You'll be really doing a service to building owners, both commercial and residential and commercial, okay, for the commercial buildings that have these ceiling to attic protrusions, okay? So, yeah, okay, that's a great picture of, by the way, of a can light, as you can see there. Okay, again, ladies and gentlemen, this is coming to you from the quote-unquote General of the U.S. Clean Air Force. Go get these, okay? Partner with your installation contractor or someone that installs ceiling fans, a handyman. They could do it easily. You could even do it yourself. And you can even seal it with some a spray foam gun you can get at Home Depot or Lowe's, okay? So guys, let's do this. This is our one and only planet. Earth Day will be here again, coming around on April 22nd. So be good stewards of our one and only Mother Earth, okay? I'm gonna then lastly go over just, by the way, I forgot, I like to promote products that have a health dual benefit of energy savings and health. As always, go to my partner that makes UL listed UL listed EMF protection and power factor correction, dirty electricity reducing devices. You'll save about 8 to 12% off your energy bills just by using their Power Perfect plug-in wired in device. Let me see if I can show you a picture here. Okay, yeah, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, go to my shortened link. You'll get 10% off, and that's tinyurl.com/SaticUSA. So you can also have better sleep too, okay? It's gonna reduce dirty electricity. If you're not willing to completely shut off your circuit breaker, you need to hire a licensed electrician to get this installed, okay? I think it's a 15 amp the circuit breaker you have to plug it into. Again, tiny, T as in Tango, INYURL.com/SaticUSA is the shortened link. It should take you to that. Okay, that'll also further on topic of energy efficiency, okay, or it's actually savings is conservation, okay. And then if you want to promote it to earn extra money, you know, have supplement, replace your income, and help others with their health and energy, become a free Satic USA sub-affiliate on my team. Just fill out the form that you see there. The second one's my shortened one, tinyurl.com/share Satic USA, Satic spelled S Sierra A Alpha T Tango ICUSA, okay? So that's another dual benefit product, just like the Biomat. You got the health and the energy savings if you're in a cold climate. Now I'm going to mention at least one commercial only strictly partner, and these are makers of non-electric egress or exit signage, okay, or emergency signage. You guys all see everywhere in every single public commercial building, you know. So instead of electricity, it runs on something called photoluminescent, okay, and they are follow some kind of standard. I don't know the details, but I'm about to have on my condo association replace it with them. And the company I've partnered with is out of Texas. The owner name is Robert Rivera. So instead of having these junk light LEDs that's constantly burning energy and raising your condo association's energy bills or your commercial building's energy bills, just go to nightbrightUSA.com, okay? That's N as in Nancy, IGHT, Bright, BRIGHT, USA.com. Contact me since I can get you a discount off full retail prices. I'm an official referral partner for nightbrightUSA.com, and you'll be doing good. You know, every little bit helps, okay? So I don't know how bright it is. I don't have any samples. And I don't know if you need to recharge it with the sun, so you'll have to look closely at their site. I apologize, I'm not an expert on them. I just know that, you know, if it saves energy and as long as it can still work in the worst case scenario of, you know, no power and there's a fire, people can get out safely. Okay, that's all that matters, right? So yeah, that's that for today, ladies and gentlemen, on the Solar and Energy Conservation Efficiency Sunday. And then lastly, for those that happen to be in South Florida, you know, I'll do this in another separate video because I want to cut it short due to being already half an hour, okay? Anyways, take care, everybody, and have a happy Pearl Harbor Day and Sunday. And again, just leave me a voicemail should you happen to forward me a copy of order confirmation email and or enrollment email, since I no longer check emails regularly, at my landline number that you see there, okay? 786-441-2727. Thank you for having a sense of urgency to counter climate change, sea level rise, ladies and gentlemen. Be well. This is the General of the U.S. Clean Air Force, Danny Tseng, out. Also, make sure to schedule a complimentary net zero energy consultation by filling out the Google form that's on my site, onehouseoffthegrid.com. Since the greatest threat to our planet is the belief that somebody else will save it, okay? Again, I repeat, the greatest threat to our planet is the belief that somebody else will save it, okay? Take care, everyone. Be well.